Hello, my Leos. Hello, hello. Happy November. What the heck have you guys been up to? I don't know. I feel like my Leos have been kind of like just busy lately with various things. Like I don't feel like you're keeping yourselves necessarily like busy with one particular thing, although like one thing may be taking more of your time than other things. I feel like you guys are just kind of, you know, doing your thing, doing your Leo thing, putting that energy out there. I don't know, for some reason I don't feel like that's too much for you. Sometimes I feel like Leo thrives when there's a lot of stuff going on, when there's a lot of people involved, when it's just, it's busy excitement. So what's going on in the month of November? Happy Thanksgiving. Plans to spend time with family and loved ones. Be in your element. Entertain. You guys are great entertainers. Great entertainers. I'm thinking about having company or being a part of some kind of social event this month. That might actually be really good for you guys. I don't know. I'm feeling like some extra energy. I feel like there's extra energy coming in for you guys. Like maybe you already have energy, but I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. A certain sense of vitality. There's a good word. There's a good hearty word. Vitality. And it comes from like a place within. It doesn't come from necessarily your physical circumstances. It doesn't come from the mind. It literally is like a beacon coming right from here. And it literally shines like the sun, which is the symbol for Leo. And that's why people are so inspired by you guys. And I would hope that by now, wherever you are in your life, that you realize that you realize that you have the potential to inspire people. Let's see what your cards say for the month of November. We have the Page of Swords, and I'll show you the cards in a sec. The Hermit, the Three of Rods, the Two of Swords, the Queen of Swords, holy sword cards, and the Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. You guys have a decision to make in the month of November. A decision to make. So let's review the cards. So first you have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords to me is and pages, by the way, in the tarot deck are messengers. And sword cards are kind of stand for mental, right? What's going on up in our head, or communication. So I feel like there is some communication coming in. And sometimes with the page, because the pages tend to be a little bit more immature, it could be like information coming in that's not brought about with the best tact, shall we say. Maybe someone spills the beans to you about something that, they're not even really sure of, or they don't know what's going on. And I don't know. There's some kind of message coming in about something. And it causes you to really have to do some reflecting with the Hermit card. This is a major arcana card. So in the month of November, you guys are definitely going to be taking some time to go within and really have to focus on how you feel, your perception of something, what you truly want. It's a very deep card. It's about reaching that internal wisdom to get some kind of guidance. The next card you have is the Three of Rods, which is all about looking towards the horizon and making a choice about where you want to go, where you're headed, new enterprises. Rods are cards of creativity as well. So where can you see yourself going, Leo? What's in the horizon? What's over the hill? Some type of information comes in the month of November that's going to really cause you to do some reflecting and to possibly question whether you are currently heading in the right direction, currently heading in a direction that you want to go, or is there going to be some type of improvising involved, right? Interesting. And I know you guys are watching this like, okay, well, what is that going to be, right? It sounds a little bit intimidating. But these are the type of situations that come up when we're provided with new information that we possibly weren't expecting, that causes us to pause and take a look at what we're doing and reflect on who we are and what we value and what we really want going forward. And again, underneath the Three of Rods, where he's looking out to the horizon and he's trying to see, what's out there. It's almost like the process of even considering that, right here on this mountain is maybe not exactly where, I want to be. Maybe I want to look out there. Maybe I want to go explore what other options are out there. Right underneath that, you have the Two of Swords, which again is that mental energy of having to make a decision, really having to think about something in order to proceed. And it's kind of like a stalemate, which makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, eventually, Leo, you have to pick one of those swords. You know that, right? Eventually, you're going to have to pick one of them. But for the meantime, and I think it's truly important for you guys to really take time out to really consider things and really go within and say, even this hermit, if you look at this hermit card, he is looking out towards the horizon, right? Really reflective. What is it that I truly want? It's that internal knowledge. It's checking in with yourself, right? The next card you have is the Queen of Swords. So here's how I see the shakedown so far in the month of November, Leo. I see some type of message or information coming in that causes you to pause and reflect and really consider where you want to go moving forward. How do you take this information? What do you do with it? And it's causing you to need to make some type of decision one way or the other, right? You have to make a decision. You can't stay in this energy forever. And I think you will. All in the month of November, if not like directly afterwards, because with the Queen of Swords, she's this is not gender specific because this is a general reading, so this could represent male Leos as well. But the Queen of Swords is very decisive. She's very decisive. She cuts to the quick. She knows who she is. She doesn't dilly-dally around or beat around the bush. She just cuts right through and says, hey, this is the way it is. She can even be like a little blunt sometimes, but it's like once you've come to a decision, it's like, boom, that's it. I know where I'm going. I know where I'm heading. Interesting enough, the decision that you make in the month of November, Leo, could potentially lead to material prosperity with the Ace of Pentacles. Very interesting. Great opportunity. Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles are, they're earth cards. They're all about tangible things you can touch, things you can feel, property, home, career. And as you can see, aces are what I call seeds. They're opportunities, right? And as you can see, she's buried some of these pentacles, because her expectation are that these are going to build in to something more. You guys are so good at doing this. I love Leo. You guys are so good at doing this. You can take information that might not even be delivered in the most tactful of ways, right? Where all of a sudden you're thrown into this whole different scenario where you have to possibly, change your plans or make other considerations and really do some reflecting and come to decisions. But you know what Leo does with that? They turn around and they're like, screw it. You know what I mean? If I'm going to do this, if I'm going to make this decision, I'm going to go for it full force because that's what Leo does, right? I'm going to take this and I'm going to make it an opportunity. Whether I thought it was a challenge originally or not, it's now an opportunity. I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to make it good. I'm going to make it good. So be prepared. Be prepared, Leo, in the month of November and it might not even be like that big of a deal. But I do feel like it is something that you do have to take a little bit of time to reflect on. And really kind of get that inner knowledge, really gain that, knowledge not only within here, but up here too. What is right? What is logical? What feels right? What provides the most opportunity? And you guys are going to do it. And be prepared for, once you make that decision to look out for a potential material opportunity that's coming in for you. It may start out a little bit challenging, or it may appear a little bit challenging, Leo, but you guys got this. You definitely have got it. I mean, Leo doesn't stay down for very long. You guys don't stay down for very long. And in fact, I don't feel like this information even takes you down at all. It's just something that you have to take time to consider thoroughly. Once you've made that decision, you're ready to go and you make a success story out of it, just like Leo always does. So let's get an advice card for you. This is an interesting reading. Interesting reading, Leo. Make sure in the month of November that people give you a little bit of space. Because people people around you thrive off of your energy. They really do. They need that, sometimes they need that aggressive Leo, just that energy. Some people don't have that for themselves, and they need that. And so just be careful that you're reserving that for your time to be able to reflect and have some time for yourself to be able to think things over. And, it might be kind of strange for other people because they're not used to you being so quiet and off in your own little world. They might see that as being a little bit strange. And if that's the case, just explain to them, hey, I've got a lot on my mind. I'm thinking about a lot. It's nothing personal. I just need a little bit of time. So just let people know that so they don't get their feelings hurt. Because I do think that you guys are going to be a little bit in your headspace this month. I can see that for a little while, right? Just make sure you cover your bases and make sure all your loved ones understand that you need a little bit of time to yourself in order to be able to reflect so you know what to do going forward. All right, let's see what your advice card is here. Dearest you, we know everything in the universe is perfect, even in its flaws, and we view the creations of spirit in total awe. All is unique, yet part of a unity of existence. But the human experience is a little different from ours. You tend to have a specific standard for what you consider ideal, and this isn't serving you right now. So forget your idea of perfection and see through our eyes, allowing things to be as they are, without judgment. Don't wait until a perfect moment or mood to start something. Instead, enter life with all its flossomeness. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Let others be who they are too. Imperfect and human, complex or simple, it doesn't matter. For there is always something to discover, experience, and love. When you drop the need for an ideal, you uncover the real treasure, which will be far more interesting and valuable. Loving you like crazy. Interesting, Leo. It's almost like I feel like with this reading combined with that card, it's like maybe you had a certain thing going on, right? You have this plan that you want to accomplish, and you've been following all the steps to get there, and then all of a sudden something comes in, some kind of bit of information, and like throws you off course, and you're like, what? No, but this is the way it's supposed to be. This was the plan. This is the way things go. I think you're being asked this month to really reconsider. This is when life gets good. I know it doesn't feel like that always when wrench gets thrown in all of these plans that you've created for yourself. But sometimes we get stuck. We get stuck on certain ideas that we have, and we're not pliable. We're not movable, and life itself is movable. It never stays the same. It always changes. This month, you have the opportunity to adapt to those changes. And not only will you adapt to them, Leo, but you will thrive. You will thrive in them. Sometimes our best laid plans are not the best plans. I know you guys are going to have a wonderful, rewarding, and awesome month. Happy November. Love you guys, and I'll see you next time.